Second practice will begin shortly. You may slide. Practice may begin. deliver your last draw in a counterclockwise rotation.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year. Everyone wins.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's going to make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
Well, hidey-ho, folks, and welcome to the 2024 Curl Sask Mixed Doubles Provincials curling event here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. We got an absolute heater of a lineup for you tonight. We got the old Martin Leichlong versus Brett Barber and Mitch Height. The Springer husband-wife combo versus Just Gareau. Kleider. Are they husband and wife, Kleider? I'm not sure. They very well could be. Versus Kennedy Field. And you got the Christy Gamble, Kevin the Duke of Borkeltop versus Schlechter and some Ukrainian name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. Other matches out on the ice. All 6 sheets are rolling. You got Erin Thibault, who is a local ice maker here in Swift Current, so she should have the inside knowledge of the ice. And Brendan Ross, and they are up against Andra Todd, who is also a former member of the curling club here. And another Czechoslovakian name there's no human on earth can pronounce. You got Michelle the Cougar Inglot and her son, Derek the Big Rig Schneider, playing Ingram and another fellow Ukrainian, Tenenshuis. So we are in for quite an interesting day here. Featured matchup, Sherry Just and Chad Gareau versus the cute, lovely couple, Jill Springer and Garret Springer. And when I say cute, more so the former than the prior there. That Jill Springer, ay. We are in for a great matchup, folks, in an A qualifier. Let me confirm that. Check my reading notes here. It is right. That is an A qualifier. Winner of this is off to the playoffs. And I got to catch up to speed because they are hard at it. Right after this little tickle on the guard. Plenty of rocks in play. Justin Gareau by last stone draw have the hammer in this first end. Garret Springer, what an absolute unit. Got to be about 6'3", just a beast. How he landed such a cute wife, I got no sniff, but here we are. Looks like he's playing a little chop and roll to lie 3. Hold on here. Let me get my wits about me. He is yellow. Nose hit double to lie 3. Heavy brush from the big unit. Looking for a nose hit. Makes an absolute pistol. 2 cherries go away. Left lying 3 yellow. Without hammer here in the first end of the A qualifier. We have 2 A qualifiers out on the ice today. We have Nancy Martin and old Stevie Lay versus Brett Barber from Bigger, BBB. And Mitch Height. We're in for a ring-a-ding-dandy, folks. Folks, my producers here behind the scenes are just updating me. Madison and Ryland are not husband and wife. In fact, they are brothers and sisters. Well, I tell you, you just never know some days, do ya? Chad Gareau with a little hit and roll. Tried to get a piece tucked under that yellow. No dice. Springer's going to blast that out of there. You can see the time clocks up there, folks. Not a pile of time. Each team given 22 minutes of thinking time to play the game. And in this mix, you're back and forth quite a bit, so you got to rock and roll. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll let you know that if you are watching the feed on Curling Zone Stream, the live chat is turned on. I want you to let me know where you're tuning in from and where you're watching from. Big unit trying to get some curl here with a little knifing action. Sticks around out in the weeds to lie 3. That was an important shot to stick around. Would have left a real skinny double for a pair.
It'll get by it. It might touch it a little bit, but that's okay.
Sherry is taking a peek at it, and she will zip down to the other end.
Try to get as close as you can to nose.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully if we speak nicely to our producers, they can get us some feeds from the Layhorn versus Height A qualifier on the other side. Probably due to me getting fired from this commentary position is why they don't have me commentating that game. What a runaway I could have with that cast of clowns out on the ice. Well, I tell you what, I don't know much about this Springer combo. But what I do know is that Combo C at the Granite Curling Club in Saskatoon was one of the best combos. Anyone from the Saskatoon area would know what I'm talking about. Combo C. It was just right for me. Back to the curling action. You got Jill Springer here looking to make the hit on the nose. Maybe a sea hair of a flop, but a hit on the nose would definitely force them to have to draw against 3. Big scrub, a little flop, a little roll, just like she drew it up. Tell you what, there'll be no divorces happening after that shot. Where I'm going with that is I saw the lovely couple participate in the first night social. The Swift Current Curling Club put on one heck of a social upstairs. Music pumping, food was rolling, and we had a cool shots tournament for huge prizes. And I was up there and got to observe Jill and Garret on the same team playing, and I tell you what, I saw divorce in the making. Poor Jill slipped only a mere inch or 2 deep on one of her draws, and I tell you what, the stare down she got from the old big unit, if looks could kill. Chad Gareau just with a light little dusting on this one. They are looking for the draw, need a piece of the forefoot. Almost as if there was never a doubt. Put 1 point on the board for the Sherry Just Chad Gareau tandem. Scores 1-0 after one end of play. We'll be back after these short messages.
Hi there, Jim Hale for S3 Air Systems. Today we're going to talk about their new product, UFO Aeration. Here you can see the completed durable powder-coated steel frame construction and the large mega louver design that allows 4 times more airflow than traditional steel louver designs. Here I'm just bolting the stage halves together. You can see how the components lock together with just a counterclockwise twist for different aeration needs, where you can add and remove stages. Just remember that once there's grain in the bin, you can't change how many stages are in it. Please empty the bin before you change the number of stages.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Back again. Well, what's going on here with my feed? Only giving me half. There we go. I got the big screen going now for you folks.
Chris, do I sound like I'm coming from
Gentlemen,
a
if
space
you are
station
watching
or am I
on
okay?
YouTube channel, the comment section is open and I would love to hear from you. You must be a subscriber to the Curling Zone YouTube channel. Easy enough. Give them your email and you're in. Send a message on here. Let me know where you're watching from. Any questions you may have at all, I'm your man. I got all the answers. Just waiting for the questions to be asked. So, I don't know what happened with the first rock of the game. It must have been a donut. It's deep in the corner. 2 yellows were in the rings. Old Chad Gareau absolutely glues one to the one in the back of the button.
Chris, can you hear me?
Looking like he's going to play an out-turn freeze. Big unit, Garret Springer. Throws his rock, sweeps his rock, marries a hot wife. The boy does it all. Farmer from the Foam Lake area. Must have big farming money. Glues one on, great shot. Red still lying one.
Boy, that snapped at the end like real hard.
Chad Gareau looking to play the out turn, come around. It looks like he wants to lock one on that yellow. Jerry saying, can't touch this. We got maximum weight right now. Line looks good to weld one on. A little bit heavy and the red one rolls off. Red still lying shot rock. The big unit looking to put the absolute screws to him if he can just kind of chisel off and roll. Folks, the viewership is rapidly climbing. Let's have a peek. We've got close to 40 on the Curl Sask feed. We've got a dozen or so on the Curling Zone feed. We got a dozen or so on the Swift Current Curling Club feed. Many a feeds, many a platforms we're pushing this out to. We're making sure you can all catch the action right on your device, at home, on your couch, in your chair, on the throne. Don't miss a single shot. Little knifing action going on here. Need to get to the inside to chap and roll. Pretty good shot, I must say. I think that's left the yellow lying one. Time to have a discussion here. Ladies and gentlemen, you can see the S3 AWS Air Bar logo in the middle of your screen. One of the largest manufacturing companies here in southwest Saskatchewan and a huge supporter of the Swift Current Curling Club. We'd like to thank them for all their support of curling. As many of you know, without the help of partners and business sponsorships, curling teams, curling clubs, curling organizations would not exist. So we thank all the sponsors out there, including Bobby Lee Tarasoff, selling real estate. With Coldwell Bankers, you reach out to her, she's going to help you find the house of your dreams. I think I found the lady of my dreams, Jill Springer. Holy moly. Just don't let the big unit know. Looking to play the out turn. No sniff what they were trying to play there. I tell you what, you hit that on the nose with an absolute missile. That might not do much. Springer trying to find a way to muster up a deuce here in this end. The big unit here, I don't know what his plan was. I don't know if you just want to kind of tap that back and wiggle in. What a unit. Garret Springer is just a massive man. Good looking chap too. Pillar to post out of his hand. The unit jumps on this. Now he waddles over to the other side to start knifing, get some curl. Looking to get to the inside of that red. Well, I don't know a pile about mixed doubles curling, but I think that was a good shot. On the Curling Zone feed, folks, I just had a young member chime in on the chat. I would love to chat with everybody on the chat. And his question for the commentator is, hey, Chris, have you ever played mixed doubles? And if so, who was your first game against and what was the outcome? Well, my friend, I believe my instructions were to ask me a question. That's about a half a dozen questions in one paragraph. But because I'm a nice guy, I will answer them all for you. Chris, have you ever played mixed doubles? The answer to that, yes. And if so, who was your first game against? It was against this up-and-comer. They weren't very good at the time. Real cute girl on the team. Her name was Shay Kitts. And then just gangly dude. His name was Braden Stewart. And we ended up playing them in a bonspiel. I was playing with a 13-year-old at the time who had never curled before. She wore jeans and a slip-on slider. And this team we were up against, we battled them right down to the wire. And they had to make a shot that wasn't even there. They didn't call it. It was fluky. Angle run back, absolute fluke job to beat us. But yes, they beat us. Sometimes you have horseshoes up here, you know what? Sometimes you got the whole horse up there. Holy, clear the women and children on that last Red Rock draw. Holy. That one will take a left turn at Gull Lake here shortly. Bottom line is, to his question, what was the outcome? In fact, we did lose that curling game on this fluke shot. It was a very good young and up-and-coming team. Cute female curler on the team. And I took a loss. But I don't lose. I either win or I learn. And I learned from that game. And that flukes are aplenty out here. We ended up going on a roll in qualifying. But I do thank for the question. Keep the questions rolling in. Some people abuse the ask one question rule. But that's okay. Jill Springer here. What's she coming in with, the intern? Too much babbling. I missed what's going on here. Does she have a shot for two? The big unit going pillar to post on this one. A lot of leverage there from that big old foam lake farmer. Looks like the yellow got one. I see the shot was to slash the other yellow. Maybe for an absolute mittful. But as it turns out, she tickles the top one. Yellow scores 1, and we have a 1-1 tie after 2 ends of play. My name's Chris Heichert. I'm heading upstairs for an original 16, but I will be back after this short commercial break.
Well, what do y'all think? Too blue? Not blue enough?
Try this.
Makes your eyes pop.
This could be our best yield yet.
And didn't we get this seed at a great financing rate?
Yeah, we did.
Iced tea?
Great idea. Let's talk more about next year.
I got some thoughts.
And I've got some numbers.
Nutrient Financial. Financing that's in the field with you.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's Ice Pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best brew in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back. Back in a 1-1 knotted up affair. Another question just come in from another schmuck named Braden. Braden Brickheim comments. And he says, my question is if Chris is capable of turning up his headphones so he can hear the other commentators that he recruited to come commentate with him. That is true. I did have old Braden Brickheim in the queue to come commentate this game with me. But turns out we are on a tight budget, and my headphone jack only has it so that I can talk. I can't hear anything. So I can't hear any other commentators. So there's nothing I can do. It looks like I'm on my own this game. Because I can't hear old Brickheim. But folks, always a learning process. We'll get this figured out. We'll be back and stronger than ever tomorrow.
Still can't hear me, Chris?
All right, enough of the yip-yapping and jaw-flapping. Back to the game, and an absolute heater by the big unit. Locking a freeze on in that back 4-foot area. Oh, he gave the okay sign. I would love to see some bickering going on. Nothing cooler than curling with your wife or your husband and bickering back and forth. I mean, I never do it when I curl with my wife, but I hear some couples do it. I don't know if he was playing the freeze there or not, but he come in with some steam, chap, and rolled off. I think the Springer combo is just going to ignore that and go top button with a wall of red china back there. Ladies and gentlemen, on the Curling Zone feed, the chat is open. Come and chat with me. Ask me your dirtiest questions. I got all the answers. How did Braden Brickheim get his handle? Well, I have the answer. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had a young fella, a recent provincial champion, Mr. Gary Tarasoff. Provincial mixed champion, not mixed champion, provincial geriatric champion. Gary Tarasoff won the Masters Provincials up north a weekend or two ago. He plays with another big unit, Brian the Big Unit Humble, Terry Hersicorn, Greg Kuntz, and Gary Tarasoff. They're off to represent Saskatchewan in the Masters, so congratulations to them. And Kerry asked me, oh, I think he might have deleted his question he asked me. I got a screenshot of it, so I have it on record, Kerry. Kerry asks, Chris, you need glasses because yellow got 2 last end. Kerry. Kerry. Are you sure they got 2? Gary's asking if I ever ended up making it to PA. Something neat about that is I had the opportunity to curl in 2 provincial championships in one weekend. I got to play in the Tankard Men's Provincial Championship. And when you're a brutal curler like myself, you can lose out early and you can rip up to Prince Albert to curl in the Provincial Firefighters Curling Championship. My team of Greg Tarasoff, Andrew the Ukrainian Kowalski, and Carmen Cook won that provincial, and we are off to represent Saskatchewan at the Firefighter Nationals in the absolute booming, bustling town of Moosomin, Saskatchewan, March 15th to 24th. Ladies and gentlemen, one other comment. We have somebody tuning in from Mother Russia. I won't even begin to pronounce Puma's last name. But Puma, if you're listening, spell it out for me phonetically, and I'll give a crack at pronouncing that Russian last name. But welcome from Russia. We are glad to have you tuning in, watching the 2024 Saskatchewan Curl Sask Provincial Mixed Doubles Curling Championships in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. My name is Chris. I like to babble and not talk much about what's going on the ice. But why don't we get back to the curling on the ice? Sherry thinking about a little tap back and sitting on the top of the pin. Can anyone tell me in the chat, are Sherry and Chad husband and wife? I don't know this young buck, Chad Gareau, all too well. Something tells me they may be a couple. Folks, I'll give you an update maybe after this end, but we got old Stevie Leichlong and Nancy Martin playing the Brahma Bulls kid, Mitch Height, and the BBB, Brett Barber from Bigger. They're over on sheet 3 in the other A qualifier, and they are in an absolute heater. We'll bring you an update of that shortly. Jerry just with a light dusting. Looking for a little tap. Not too bad of a shot. Leaves yellow lying 1. Jerry Just and Chad Gareau with the hammer here with the score. 1-1, isn't that correct, Mr. Tarasoff? That is correct, folks. We do not run a real cast production here in Swift Current, much like my good buddy Garret Tarasoff does. The audio headphone set I have does not have the capabilities to hear anybody. I can't hear what's going on the ice. I can't hear other commentators talking to me, which is just how I like that, because I get to do the babbling. The big unit. Garrett Springer on the brush here, giving it a heavy scrub. This is the last rock for the Springer team here in the third end. Just gets it over the hog line. Closes up that gap and protects their shot stone on the button. And I'm not sure if there's a way to get after that yellow. Excellent guard by Joe. Sherry eyeballing those guards, wondering if you run something back into the rings. And, you know, I think there's maybe a shot for two. Nose hit or just high side on nose on the guard Jill just threw. Maybe gets you a pair. Maybe could spell disaster. Well, we got some fans rolling in the back. It looks like Sherry is going to attempt to draw the pinhole for her one. Not a very tough shot. She just needs the pinhole. Y'all see what I did there? Gotta go. Line was absolutely perfect. But old common law Chad Gareau would not put any muscle behind that broom, and it comes up a tickle light. It's a steal of one for sure. Now Carrie Tarasov's going to want to tell me it's a steal of two. But I'm going to go on a limb and say it's just one for the yellow team. And it puts Springer up 2-1 after 3 ends of play here in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. Folks, come on back. Let's have some fun. I'm heading for another 016. We'll get this party started after this short break.
SaskTel Be Kind Online wants to stop cyberbullying. Want in on the action? We award up to $1,000 for youth initiatives that help spread kindness and prevent bullying. What great idea do you have to help stop bullying? SaskTel can help. Go to BeKindOnline.com and apply for a grant today. Together, we can make a difference.
At PharmaSave, we see you and we care. For prescriptions for common conditions, expert health advice, or support for life's little mishaps, come talk to your PharmaSave pharmacist.
Live well with PharmaSave.
This right here is time well spent. Why not pour yourself a smooth Saskatchewan-made Original 16? Warm up to the opportunity to seize the day.
Folks, we're back here at the 2024 Curl Sask Saskatchewan Provincial Mixed Doubles Curling Championships in Swift Current, Saskatchewan. I want to welcome all the viewers that are tuned in from all over the place. And it just dawned on me. Freshly crowned Masters Curling Champion Carrie Tarasov is tuned in. And for a moment I thought he was interested in watching the curling, but then it dawned on me. He was seeing this was kind of my audition, seeing if I have what it takes to outduel one of the best hitters in Western Canada, Sean Joyce, when it comes to commentating. I've already heard rumors floating around that Sean's job could be in jeopardy if I continue to keep putting up the numbers like I've been putting up. And folks, on the Curling Zone feed, we're at 18 people watching live now, so the numbers are just flocking in. Every time I finally turn and pay attention to the curling game, there's always 4 rocks behind the rings. Somebody got to make a draw to the top of the 4-foot at some point. Looking like Gareau is going to try to do just that. Just that. See what I did there again? Wraps his out turn around that guard. Taps that rock back. Leaves red line 2. But it is just on the back of the button. And the old big unit here, the Foam Lake Farmer, he's going to try to absolutely glue one to that red one and completely close down the rings here in this end. Sean Joyce, if you're out there listening, I'm coming for you. Now that I have a little commentating to put on my resume, I'm certain Kerry Tarasoff and his Real Cast crew will be knocking down my door shortly. Big unit throws it a little heavy and he kind of chap and rolls off, leaving an absolute mitt of a wall back there. If anybody could eventually draw the top of the rings, we're going to have ourselves a ball game. Folks, in all fairness, I need to give a shout out to Mr. Tarasoff and his Real Cast crew. He's contracted with Curl Sask and he does all the production for the Provincial Scotties and the Provincial Tankard, and what an excellent job he does. They do live streaming, they push it to SaskTel Max. It's excellent coverage of Saskatchewan's provincial sport. He's got some beauties that work with him. Heather Walsh, nice young lady. Kim Hodson, another nice young lady. Susan Lang, and one of my all-time favorites, Sean Joyce. Sean Joyce is a heck of an announcer. He's got an excellent face for radio announcing. I heard Sean calling a game one time, and he used the word abacus. What in the heck is an abacus? So I pulled out a dictionary, and sure enough, there was as many rocks in the rings at the time that Sean Joyce needed an abacus to figure out who he shot rock. Big unit there with a nice little out turn. This is the A qualifier, folks. One of 2. Very just common law partner Chad Gareau with the out turn here. Oh, pistol. Little hit and flop to the side of the button. Red is left, lying shot rock. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll see in the corner of your screen, we want to give a big thank you to the container guy. I believe that is Clint Dino's company. They do sales, rentals, storage, delivery. Contact the container guy. If you like, contact me and I'll give you Clint Dino's personal cell phone number. Sure, he'd love to be called on his personal line, but heck, he'll take it. Business is business. Thank you to him for helping support curling in Saskatchewan, and more specifically, the live stream curling here in Saskatchewan. Jill Springer left with a shot draw to the top of the button. The big unit gets in behind, thinking he's going to have to carve this one right out of the chute. Carving this bad boy over. A little chop and roll, but it needs to curl. Yellow is left, shot rock, but I believe red is second and third and shooting. Now this is not going to be an easy shot, but with back 8-foot weight and you hit half a rock, there could be 3 cherries going up on the scoreboard. Three is a good number. It's about how many original 16s I have had since I started commentating this game. Great Western Breweries, located in Saskatoon. Huge supporters of curling in Saskatchewan, curling clubs in Saskatchewan. So much so, we went exclusive with their product here at our curling club. Excellent choice for a beverage and excellent curling club partners. Big unit doing some huffing and puffing back there. Well, folks, make your predictions. This ain't an easy shot, but there's a back 8, back 12, half rock shot, even quarter rock for a 3-banger. Chad Gareau wants absolutely nothing to do with this missile. Hoping to sweep it by now, but no can do. It will be another steal of 1 for the yellow. Absolute disaster. Threw a little bit too much weight, Sherry did, and it just did not want to take that break. It is now 3-1. I believe we're after 4 ends of play, and we will be back with an update from around the curling club after these short, brief messages.
New at Asham. Take your game to the next level with the Gushu Ultra Light. Equipped with our world-famous rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro, quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
Here is what cowboy dreams are made of. Strong, calloused hands, open skies, the smell of leather and horses and sagebrush. It's getting off the road to explore, a chance to have a real Western experience. Hats, boots, and hard work. It's finding peace while connecting to the land and with those on the same adventure. Pull up a seat or get in the saddle in our living skies and Badlands. Saskatchewan.
This isn't just a beer. This is a double-aged, never-back-down, full-of-heart Western beer. This is a beer brewed by 16 guys who risked it all. Original 16. Underdogs since 1989.
Swift Current is great because everybody that we do business with, we know on some sort of personal level.
What I love about Swift Current is the vibrant arts and culture community.
I really like Swift Current. We are not a big city, but the size of the city is really good and we have everything.
Swift Current is a great sports town, great teams and great fans.
People say, good morning, hi, how are you, even though we don't know each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, and all the other genders out there, quick update for you. Martin and Old Layhorn tied 3-3 against BBB, Brett Barber from Bigger. And Mitch, the Brahma Bull kid, height. You got the Springer couple up 3-1 against the Just Gareau common law couple. Sheet 2, you got Kleider. We just learned that they are not husband and wife, but brother and sister. They're down 3-1 against Kennedy and Field. And then you got Christy Gamble and the Duke of Boer, Kevin Kaltoff, all knotted up at 4 against Slachter and the Ukrainian Grabargrich. A couple other sheets rolling as well out there because all 6 sheets are rolling. On the last 2 remaining sheets, we have Thibaut Ross, the hometown curlers from the Swift Current Curling Club, just laying an absolute filthy pumping on Todd and the other Czechoslovakia and Helmenshi. You got Michelle, the Coug Inglot, and her son, the big rig, Derek Schneider, all knotted up at 3s versus Ingram and yet again another Ukrainian, Tenin Chuik. So there's your midway point. We'll get back to your A-event action right after this.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
We feed the world with nutrient, and a large portion of what our job is to get fertilizer out with the carriers so they can get directed to the farms or to the different retail locations. We know that if we don't have the answer to something, we're not afraid to reach out because we have support from everyone. We've got a really good team behind us.
Viterra's world-leading, fully integrated agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply sustainable, traceable, and quality-controlled agricultural products. We'd like to recognize Viterra's ongoing support to curling in Saskatchewan through funding youth and school clinics, as well as other programs, and of course, the Women's Provincial Championship. Thank you, Viterra, for everything you've done and continue to do for curling in Saskatchewan.
New at Asham, the Helix Flynet, and Express Ultralight, featuring our rotator disc system that attaches by Velcro. Quickly and easily upgrade and replace your sliding platform. Check out our website at asham.com.
Hi, I'm Shannon, and we're here at the brand new Bike Tricks electric bike showroom in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's grand opening, so we're gonna head inside and talk to some Bike Tricks customers. Let's go.
I chose Bike Tricks because of the reputation. I know people who have Bike Tricks bikes, and I know that it's a local company, which I like to support local. They're great bikes.
Come down and see the team here. They're really a great team of people. Check out the bikes, go for a ride.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all genders, welcome back. We are through 4 ends of play. That's the halfway point here of this A-event qualifier. The Springer, lovely couple, up 3-1 over Sherry Just, and the other common law lovely couple, Chad Gareau. Big unit here with an out turn, trying to get control of that top 4 foot. Like I said, every single end seems to start with 3 or 4 rocks behind the tee line, and this end's no different. We now have 4 rocks behind the tee line. Ay, 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 ay. Would it kill somebody to toss one in the top of the 4 foot? Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where you're tuning in from. We are pushing this feed to 3 different platforms. Girl Sask has a YouTube channel, and we are pushing this feed to them. Welcome to all our viewers that are watching on that feed. The Swift Current Curling Club is also pushing this out on their YouTube channel. We'd like to give a welcome to anybody tuned in through there. And Curling Zone is also pushing this feed through their platform, and they have opened up their chat. So I encourage everyone watching, and I can see how many are watching. Come on in, say hello, let me know where you're watching from, and ask me a question about one of these curlers out here. You'll get the honest answer. Big unit not taking much ice. Wondering if there's a triple there. Folks, what do you think? Half a rock make a triple? We're about to find out because I think he's playing it. Big unit lining up. Not coming with very much smoke, so maybe this is just a little hit and roll into the side of that red one. In any event, he's going to need some curl here, I think. Nice shot by the unit. By golly, I bet there was a triple there. Sherry just rips down to the other end to sweep. I believe you will see Chad trying to play an out-turn freeze onto that yellow rock. Sherry hasn't laid a broom to it yet. I've yet to see somebody throw a draw into the top of the rings. Everything seems to be back 4, back 8, and that one was no different. Springer looking to lay the screws to him here now by getting one into the top of the house. Now, if I were a betting man, I would say this one comes right back to the rest of the mitt full of rocks. Jill actually notioned for a little chap and roll. So heavy's not a bad thing here on this shot, which would be typical normal draw weight from what we've seen so far. Apologies while I have a sip on an 016. The big unit gets on it early here. Now just a light dusting. Looking to lock this one on his own. Gets the chap, gets the roll, not too shabby. Yellow left line 2, right on the button. Nice to see the good camaraderie with the curlers, chuckling with curlers from the other sheets. Oh, they're starting to fill up behind the glass, folks. The fans are rolling in. Nice little lineup of red there on the side. Yellow still left, line 1. To 2, we're up to 3 back there. Springer heavy brush to get this by, but it's by no problem. That's an absolute pistol. From Jill. Geez, they really, with the score of 4-1, I would have opted to maybe just hit that top one. And if you give up a deuce, so be it. 1 point lead with hammer with 2 ends left. But she's balls to the wall for this Springer combo, and they said, Lord hates a coward. Let's just wrap one in there and say, now what you gonna do about it? Well, I'm not so sure I'm sold on that shot they attempted to play. Nevertheless, hair heavy. Women and children were being cleared out of the way. It is another steal of 1 yellow. Now there's some barking going on the sheet beside us. We'll be right back after this short break.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
At Viterra, we believe in the power of connection. Our world-leading agriculture network connects producers and consumers to supply top-quality food ingredients each and every day. Our team takes great pride in working closely with farmers to help feed the world. It's something we've been doing for over 100 years. And as an industry leader, we're dedicated to playing a critical role in meeting the needs of a growing world. Because together, we're stronger and achieve more.
We asked Saskatchewan what they know about 5G.
More speed, more innovation.
It's gonna make our lives a whole heck of a lot easier.
This is what 5G looks like.
Better, faster.
Sounds like one more G. Sounds pretty good.
I don't know what it means.
All you really need to know is the future of 5G is here and will continue improving through investments in network technology.
When we were first looking at these e-bikes, I read the reviews. What they talked about was an e-bike grin, and I had no idea what an e-bike grin was, but the first time I powered that bike up, I had the biggest smile on my face. It was unbelievable, because unless you own one or have driven one, you really have no idea what that feeling is like. It's hard to describe.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.